So, someone decided to paint over my beautiful hardware and doorknobs in my 1940s home. I have about 7 of these doors, so let's go through how to clean up the paint if you're dealing with the same issue. First, grab your utility knife and outline your hardware, and then chip out the paint that's all dug up in the screws. Next, do the same thing to the door parts. You don't want to skip this step because you want everything to look really pretty all together. Here I'm just loosening the screws that are on the doorknobs. These are just like tiny little screws, so make sure you don't lose them. Keep them all in a safe place. And it took a little bit to get these plates off because they are painted on so hard, so do use a little bit of elbow grease. Next step, this will be a lifesaver. Grab your crock pot. This has to be an old crock pot, or, go to Goodwill and pick one up because that's what I did. This crock pot can never be used for food again, okay? Anyways, you're going to put all your hardware into the crock pot and cook it on low for 6 hours. The paint literally just falls off. I'm only struggling here because I'm holding the longest set of tongs in the world and an oven mitt. I literally could have just grabbed it because honestly, after you take the hardware out of the crock pot, it cools down pretty much instantly. Anyways, I am so excited to see that without all the paint on it, it's such a beautiful color. It just needs a little bit of cleaning, but that will not be hard to do. I am so obsessed with it. Here I'm just going through the rest of them, taking it all off. It is so easy. I wish I knew it would be this easy because I would have done this like when we first moved in. So if you're like considering it, just go for it. It really won't take you that long. So I'm not 100% sure if my doorknobs are original or not, but those did not come off with the crockpot method, so I did just plop those into a bucket of paint strip. While the doorknobs are sitting in the paint stripper, I am using the Barkeeper's Friend powder over my hardware, so I just sprinkled that all over, and I'm using a toothbrush to get all into the grooves. Cleaning these off really did not take that long at all. It started showing its natural beauty pretty quickly. After you're done scrubbing, you're just going to use some warm water and rinse it off and kind of go over it a couple more times. But just make sure when you're all done with it, you rinse everything off. And then the last thing I'm doing is using this lacquer finishing spray, so it gives it a really nice shine and also protects the hardware as well. I just picked up this spray from Walmart. It is very cheap, and I highly recommend. Here is the finished look of the plates. They are so beautiful. It's such a pretty brass color. I cannot believe anyone painted over these. I do not understand. Really don't. It's also a good idea to take pictures of, where your screws go so you're not getting confused when you're putting everything back in order. So I'm officially done with 3 doors basically, and I have 4 more to go. But look at how gorgeous they are. I just finished cleaning the screws, and I wish I would have thrown this in with the stripper gel, but here is like where we're at right now because cleaning those takes forever. So next time I do this, I'm definitely gonna throw it in with the stripper gel and just hope it kind of comes out easier. But the paint just gets so stuck in this part of it, and it drives me crazy because it's white and it's just like very obvious. So next time, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, you guys, back to the doorknobs. So I let these sit in the paint stripper for probably 4 hours, I want to say. The first time I did it, it was like not ready yet. So once it's like really bubbling, then it's ready to take off the paint. And there was the finished product. And also remember, don't dump your stripper paint down the drain because it's like a hazardous waste material. Make sure you discard of it very safely. The moment you all have been waiting for, the final piece, the final look, the nickel doorknob, the brass plate, it's so beautiful.